In this demo, we want to show you how you can use DataTransporter to instantly restore a corrupted SQL database. Here we have the demo database, DB-Basic. This database is currently protected by Microsoft DPM. At the DPM console, you can see that the latest replica version of the database is in this folder. You can find the replica path of a protected dataset from the Detail panel. This replica folder is configured to be shared using the share name DPM Windows 2008 x32 SQL DB Basic. Now we want to simulate a data failure on the SQL server. We first take the database offline. And delete the database files. As you can see, we can no longer connect to the database. Fortunately, the database is protected by Microsoft DPM. However, if we were to use a DPM management console to restore the database, we would have to wait for the files to be copied. Since we do not have time to wait, we are going to use DataTransporter to instantly restore the database. We first need to make sure that DPM stops protecting the specific database, while being careful not to delete the replica. Once protection is stopped, the database becomes an inactive member. After the database is recovered, we can modify the protection group to reprotect the database and reconnect the data history. Next, we select the latest version of the database files from the SIFT share of the replica at the DPM server. We can simply copy the files, then beam the files to the database folder. Immediately after beam is initiated, we can bring the database online. We can also update the database right away. And we can make a query while the database is still in the process of being restored. DataTransporter allows the SQL instance to access the recovering data. It streams the data on demand as the SQL instance is accessing the data. The copy process runs in the background to bring in the data that are of lower priority during the recovery. In short, DataTransporter allows a recovering database to be instantly accessible regardless of the data size. IT can also use DataTransporter to instantly migrate or upgrade databases from an older server to a newer server.